Welcome back, Pack. Today, we are going to be flying through the Amoeba Games helicopter transport missions on the Marianas Islands. We're going to be reviewing it, showing you what it's all about, and just getting your feedback on it. So make sure you leave comments in the comments below. I've also left a link for our Discord live stream voice channel. If you'd like to join in on voice, it's in the chat. Just go ahead and click on that link. All right, so let's get into it here. The missions from Amoeba Games, I have a link in the description below for you to click on to go straight to Amoeba Games to pull up their missions that they have. They have them for the Hind, the Hip, the Huey, and the Blackhawk currently. So I am going to be doing the Hip today, and I'm going to be doing it on the Marianas Islands. I do believe all of their missions, they have all the maps available for each one of these, have a mission on all of the maps. I have everything except for the Falklands Islands, but I'm going to be doing the Marianas map today. To show you what that's all about. And let's see, let's go down here. You will have to download the Civilian Assets Pack and the SAM Sites Assets Pack for these missions. And apparently, if you want to fly on Syria, you'll need Masoon's 92 asset pack and the static buildings mod also. So there are a few extra things you'll have to download for to get the full fidelity out of these missions. But from what I've found, I've flown through them a couple of times, just checking them out. I was going to make some standalone videos and kept running into issues on that because I'm a noob on video editing, and I wanted to make it a heck of a lot nicer than what I normally make my videos. So I decided, let's go through this and let's just do it live. All my faults, all my downfalls, everything all in one basket here. No replays, no cutting, no none of that stuff. Excuse me. Let's see. So let's get into it.
Shuffling Get Into It. Yeah, and similar songs on Amazon Music.
Oh, I guess we're playing Amazon Music here now. How did this all of a sudden pop up, Alexa? I've got you shut off on my TV here. Let's back out of that. This is terrible. Okay, we're back. That was weird. I never have Alexa on my TV, and it just happened to be on today, apparently. So, my grandson must have been playing with my TV remote this morning. Let's get back at this. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download all that stuff. I'm not going to go through and train you on how to do all that stuff. There's a lot of videos out there that show you where to put all these mission bundles and the like. I'd love to go through all that stuff with you guys, but if you're watching this, you probably know how to do that already. If not, there's great videos on that. I default to the Grim Reapers. Go watch Cap and his training missions over on the Grim Reapers DCS YouTube channel. Great resources there. I'm just here to show you the missions here. So basically what I do is I put it in an AGHTM file, which is the Amoeba Games helicopter transport missions file. And I've only got the MI8 downloaded for now. I'm going to be grabbing the rest of those in the future. But let's go to the Marianas. As you can see right here, they have all sorts of missions available right there. I don't have, just because I don't have the Falklands Islands map, it's not going to show up in my missions here. So let's go on to the Marianas and let's get started on this. All right, so we'll read you the overview. Why not? Okay, welcome to the Amoeba Games helicopter transport missions. Your role today is that of a transport pilot. You will follow the flight plan to pick up passengers at numerous pickup locations. Use the F10 map to view the flight plan before starting the mission. You must pick up the passengers in the designated order. When you near a pickup location, you must use the radio menu to contact the station and request landing clearance. After you come to a full stop, pick up the passengers at each pickup location by using the radio menu to signal the pickup. Skipping either of these steps will prevent the mission from proceeding. And if you scroll down here, gives you all the information, all the radio data, gives you the weather, all that stuff, and the turbulence. It's a pretty nice flight. I think you guys will enjoy it. So let's get started. Probably hear me pouring lots of coffee during this, so it's kind of a normal thing for me. Lots of coffee. Alright, so here's where I'm going to switch it to my livery, just because I am just that way. I like my liveries. I went through the time to make them, so I guess I go through the time to put them on my helicopters when I fly. And we are going to change this to the cargo loadout, get rid of everything. Stay at 60% fuel.
Copy.
I'm just going to use the auto start, because that's what I typically do in the hip, just because there's so many switches that I just don't want to fool around with. I'm sure I can start it up a little bit faster that way if I get used to it with the manual start, but I'm inherently lazy, okay? And a lot of us are, so. We'll check the exterior view while we're waiting to start up. Starting off on an aircraft carrier. Nice view. Hey Ken, how you doing? Not too shabby, and yourself? So I'm looking over at my OBS. My OBS is flickering right now. Ken, is it flickering in the on the stream also? There, how's that? Is that better? Okay, I see what the issue was now. I had it on my display and the game only because I had the website up. I guess I can only have it on either one or the other at any given time, so I'll remember that for the future. I apologize for the flickering and if I caused anybody issues from that. Yeah, looking at the OBS now, it's not flickering, so hopefully that did cure it. If you want to verify that for me, Ken, that would be great. And it looks like we're started up, I guess. One thing I should have done while we were starting up is go to my kneeboard. You believe... There we go. Frequencies, we'll be using the VHF FM, so we'll start off at 811 and go to 821 to 831 to 841 to 851 to 861 for our mission. And for me to do that, I'm going to jump over into the center seat here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Eye tracker's getting all crazy on me. Let's recenter it. See if it stops getting crazy from zooming in. And not really. So, we'll back it off a little bit. Okay, so what we want to be is at... why is my eye tracker going crazy today? Okay, so we'll switch that to 8-1. And then we'll switch that to 1 right there. That's the only one that I gotta really zoom in on. Should be right about there. Then switch that to Yeah, let's see. See if I remember right here, if I got everything set up correctly now. Roaming around on my... Okay. Alright, I should be all set up. If not, I will fix it in flight. We're going to lift off now, and we're going to head for our first destination. Yeah, thanks for verifying that for me, Ken. And yeah, my apologies. I know for next time that it will cause flickering if I have display and game up at the same time. The mission for today is Amoeba Games helicopter transport missions. So this is single player. I'm just playing by myself. I'm doing a review of this for our very own coder who made this game, he is Amoeba Games and Flight Sim Tools. I think he did a really great job on this. It's very well done for either refining skills for ADF navigation, and also for landing skills for new players and experienced. So, like I say, if you even see me struggling with the ADF because we don't use it that often, a lot of the multiplayer servers like Enigmas and stuff don't have any radio frequencies for us to ADF tune in on, so we just use the F10 map. You know, we just switch over and check the F10 map like this, and I can see that there's where my first location is. We're about halfway there, but I'm also looking at my ADF here and seeing that I am on track to landing there. I know the first couple of times that I flew through this mission, I went solely off the ADF just to make it harder on myself. I didn't even look at the F10 map to see which direction the waypoints were in, or at, I guess I should say. I do believe I pulled up the knee board a couple of times to check to see which direction the waypoints were in, because it sometimes takes a little while before the ADF, before you catch the frequency, so you end up flying the opposite direction of what your next ADF frequency is. Alright, so I am within 3 miles. So then I'm going to hit my comms menu, which is the / key. I'm going to go to F10, and then I'm going to do F1 for signaling approach.
Alpha Station, Easy Rider, inbound for transport. Copy, Easy Rider, you are clear to land.
Start coming in, make this a little easy instead of doing hot landings like I usually do in the other servers. Let's see how I do by not coming in hot all the time. Some of these landing zones are not super easy to find. I found when I was flying the Caucasus mission on here on the Marianas map, they're all pretty obvious once you get close enough to them. But I had a hard time when I was trying the Caucasus map one, trying to find the actual landing zones. Might just be me, but... So here we are, we're coming in on the landing zone, right next to the house here. Take her in nice and easy, like we're actually just flying transport missions. And set down. Now that I'm set down, then I will go back and I will do the / key to the comms menu, F10, and F1 for signaling pickup.
Alpha Station, Easy Rider, passengers are aboard, awaiting departure clearance. Be Easy Rider, you are clear to depart. Roger, Alpha Station, Easy Rider out.
Okay, so we've gotten our first passengers. I'm going to go back over to my crew chief here because he's got the best visibility. I'm going to switch this to 821 to go to our next destination. Now I'll go back to my pilot, take a quick sip of coffee, which messes up my head tracker because I use the Tobii Eye Tracker 5, so I put stuff in the way of my face and my eye tracker messes up. Alright, so here we are lifting off, heading out for our next pickup. So my ADF is that white arrow in the top center gauge on this side. I know I don't believe I have my cursor showing, so I can't completely show you with my cursor right now. I don't believe it's showing for video on video. It may or may not be. But that will eventually catch and tell me which direction I need to go for my next pickup. It probably has caught by now, so I will turn to the left a little bit to get my arrow centered on that. And we will fly to the next pickup location. Once we get there, we'll give ourselves a quick little F3 view of us flying through the Marianas Islands. It's really pretty scenery. I kind of like it. That's another reason why I picked the Marianas to fly through. Well, what are you up to today then, Ken? Now that I've blabbed and blabbed and blabbed. Nice, nice, very nice. What kind of projects, if you don't mind sharing? Oh, you know, not too bad on the pilot life. Been crashing a lot as usual, you know. Typical Streaker 6 thing to do. Alright, so right here we're going to overfly it real quick here. But right here is going to be our landing pad right on top of this little oil rig looking thing here. So we'll be landing up there. For some reason, I always get all weirded out when I land on stuff like that, so bear with me. I might get a little weebly wobbly or whatever. I might nail it right away. So I need to call in and let them know that we're here.
Bravo Station, Easy Rider inbound for transport. Copy, Easy Rider. You're clear to land.
Bring it around. Oh, nice. New dining room table. That sounds like it's going to be really nice. I think I know exactly what you're talking about with that river epoxy. I think I've seen people make those. So here we are. We're going to come in for a landing so we can pick up the next people. Slow it down a bit. And drop down here and bring it in nice and slow. Yeah, I know I should probably be coming from the opposite side there, I do believe. But we'll come in this way. Nice and easy. Oh. Not that easy, but I got scared. I think my tail was a little bit too far back originally. Yeah, I almost botched that one. So, here we are. I didn't botch it though, so we're doing good. And we'll...
Bravo Station, Easy Rider. Passengers are aboard. Waiting departure clearance. Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to depart. Roger, Bravo Station. Easy Rider out.
All right, next ADF station is selected, and we are lifting off. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen those tables. They look pretty phenomenal, actually. If I remember correctly, I think the actual directions over here. If you can see, my ADF is still pointing at wanting me to go back. That kind of screwed me up the first time I flew this. After I get over this hill, I do believe it's going to change out for me, though. Yep. Now I'm starting to pick up frequency. And I am heading in the general direction that I needed to be in. So typically speaking, if you're just taking your time flying through this like I'm doing now, it takes, if I remember correctly, 45 minutes to an hour to fly through the entire mission. And like I say, it's really good for practicing your landing skills, especially when you're not used to landing on oil rigs and stuff like that, like me, because I'm used to just landing on the ground. Coming in on hot landings and stuff like that, I usually don't have to get super precise. So this is real good practice to make a person a little more precise, and it's really good practice for your ADF navigation. So highly recommend downloading at least one of these versions for your favorite helicopter at very minimum, and flying through them, because they're very good help. Close this to minimize the noise a little more. Give us another F3 view just to look at the pretty scenery. Little F2 maybe. Hopefully I don't crash my helicopter while I'm parking around doing external views. The F4 chase camera give us. We will go back to the cockpit. See if we're still on track. We are not. So I'll turn in. I do believe our destination is just right here. So I will call it in. I'm sure I'm within 3 miles at least.
Charlie Station, Easy Rider, inbound for transport.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to land.
So if anybody recognizes that voice, leave a comment in the description below on who you think that voice was. You'll get to hear it again here once we land and pick up our troops, or our passengers. You have any idea who that was, Ken? Put her in the comments if you know. And here you get to hear the voice one more time.
Charlie Station, Easy Rider, passengers are aboard, awaiting departure clearance.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are cleared to depart.
Leave it in the comments if you know who that was. All right, so let's come over here. Go to 841. It's nice that Amoeba Games made it easy enough that you just had to switch it, 10 megahertz there each time to get your next ADF signal, instead of having to look in your kneeboard every landing. So I do appreciate that. And lifting off. This one I can't remember what direction I really need to go, so I'm just gonna go this way and then figure it out from there as soon as the ADF kicks in. You nailed it. You nailed it, Ken. Alright, looks like my ADF picked up the frequency, and it is this way, just a little bit more to the north. That's pretty much due north. Fly by the crane. Gotta love tower cranes. Only if you have a good operator in a tower crane. You either have, from what I've noticed in my years of construction, you either have phenomenal tower crane operators, or you got people that probably shouldn't be operating a tower crane. And I don't fault them for that, because I'm sure it takes a lot to get used to a tower crane without having eyes on everything, and the tower crane operator is only as good as the person directing them on the radio also, so need a combination of two very, very skilled people to have smooth operations with those tower cranes. Ugh. Gosh, why am I what? You know, noticed when I'm tired, my eye tracker gets more wobbly, probably because my eyes are wandering more. I have no idea why. Well, centering it helped a lot there. That's one thing with Tobii Eye Tracker 5. You need to have a eye tracker centering button that's readily available, so that you're pretty much constantly recentering your eye tracker every time it starts getting wobbly like that. You didn't miss much, except for just a normal flight, Ken. We're coming up on the next landing zone here shortly. I do believe it's going to be up here right around this tower. We'll check and make sure. We'll just keep going, and then once I actually spot it, I'll call in that I'm coming in for a landing. In that way, then we never have to feel like we're cheating our way through this. And we definitely know that we're within that 3-mile radius. I guess I've never tried it outside the 3-mile radius on it, if it'd respond or not. Yep, there's our landing pad right there. That's
Delta Station, Easy Rider inbound for transport.
Uh-oh, looks like we have a voiceover that's not working for this landing zone. Have to let coder know that the voiceover is not working on this one. One of my fly-throughs I went through on this, I thought that it wasn't working, but then I thought it was maybe that I just missed it. No, I just verified that yes, in fact, it is missing on this landing zone. I do believe it's only only for the clearance to land. I think the takeoff, it works. So we'll come in for a landing here. We'll set down, we'll see if it works, and then listen to the voice and tell me if you know who that is on this voice once we get it to come up, if it comes up. And listen for the voice.
Delta Station, Easy Rider. Passengers are aboard, awaiting departure clearance.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to depart.
You know that one, Ken?
Roger, Delta Station, Easy Rider out.
What am I doing? I'm changing my frequency is what I want to do. And we have 2 more landing zones to go. So we will lift off. The flashing on the pads there is actually something to do with the multi-threading. It's been doing that ever since we started using the multi-threading, so that one is actually not my OBS this time, just in case anybody was wondering, on the landing pads. Let's see, picking up that direction. Not sure which way to go to get to the next landing pad on this one. I can't remember, so I'm gonna rely on my ADF once it picks it up. It's gotta be back this direction, I'm thinking. Otherwise I think we're gonna be flying out in the middle of the ocean here. Yeah, it's gotta be back this direction. F3. You don't recognize Red's voice? Haha, that was Red. You might be recognizing the voice, the main character voice, whenever, so basically the co-pilot in here that's calling, asking for clearances and stuff. You should know that voice also, possibly. He's been in streams and videos of ours too. And a big hint, he's the one who created these missions. Oh, okay, you've only seen Red on once with us, huh? I gotcha. Do you just watch the live streams, Ken, or do you watch any of the other videos that I make? Just a question. Okay, gotcha. Red's on a lot of the other videos. That was the main reason why I was asking that question. I think Red is on the majority of those videos, so. You just like watching the unedited mess ups, right? Right, Ken? As you've noticed, I'm not too shy about leaving my mistakes happen in the edited videos either. So can't make myself look like a master pilot or something when I'm not. I can say I'm decent, but definitely far from the from a professional pilot that I've seen some of these flight simmers. They're pretty phenomenal in all their aircraft they fly. I think I'll always never be more than, you know, at best probably average, or maybe slightly above average. I don't ever see myself being like phenomenal at this stuff. But to me, right, exactly, Ken. Exactly. That, and, you know, quite honestly, I mean, this game's pretty exciting to play. Watching-wise, it can be pretty and whatnot, but, you know, it's kind of like NASCAR. You're really deep down inside hoping you see somebody crash, even though it's not you don't want anybody to get hurt. But you certainly want to see their crashes, because those are the most exciting parts of NASCAR, you know, other than the final 50 laps. What do you think on the NASCAR thing there, Ken? You think I'm right, or you think I'm being a little non-politically correct? I'm not very politically correct most of the time. That's what happens when you born in the 70s and grew up in the 80s, you know? All right, coming up on my next landing zone. Let's see if you recognize this voice.
Echo Station, Easy Rider, inbound for transport.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to land.
Coming from this direction this time. So, uh-oh.
Generator 2 failure.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Generator
Oh,
2
no.
failure.
No! No! I messed it up! Look at me, I didn't plan on doing that at all. Oh, I should have dumped my nose a little bit harder. I was trying to be nicer on the stick. I would have pulled out of that. Oi. We need to restart the entire mission. I think we're gonna trying. I guess I don't think we can skip through the last two, can we? If we can put myself in VRS there, I'd hardly ever do that in the old hip anymore. That's what happens when I'm trying to fly too nice and easy. I'm used to pulling back on the controls and being crazy about it too much. So, well, with that, I don't think anybody's going to want to sit through another hour of the entire mission, unless you think I should go through the entire mission again, Ken. What do you think? We'll see what you think. Or we could even fly through the Caucasus or the Syria. Well, I don't know if I can do Syria. I don't know if I have those mods downloaded. What do you think, Ken? Should we do Caucasus or Syria, or let's see what we have for Persian Gulf. What do you think? I don't know if I have the mods for Persian Gulf or Syria though. Let's try Persian Gulf. Nobody flies Persian Gulf enough. Hopefully I have the mods for it. Let me take a peek here and see if I have the mods for it or not. If you want to fly Syria, okay. Oh, okay, that's just Syria Atlantis Dam. Okay, so we're good to go then. We're good to go. We can do everything except for the Sirius Atlantis Dam one. Let's do Dubai. So if I remember correctly, Dubai's pretty nice. And I've never flown this one either, so this will be all new for me. I won't have any idea which direction I should be taking off and looking at. I'm going to assume that my radio stations are going to be the same. I'll look in the knee board once we get there. Oh, or is he gonna make me fly a night mission? Ooh, that's mean and cruel of you, Coder. Hopefully the sun comes up soon. We wanna see the terrain. We don't, for the pretty view. We don't want to fly around at night, do we? Well, let's do it. We should get our mission directive here fairly shortly.
Olympia Base, Easy Rider is checking in for transport duty.
Copy, Easy Rider. Today's transport has 5 pickups scheduled. You will go to each station and pick up the passengers who will be standing by. When you are within 3 miles, be sure to use the radio menu to announce your approach or the mission will not proceed. After you land at each station, wait a minute or two, then announce that the pickup is complete using the radio menu. This will make the mission proceed. We're on the honor system here. Only announce the pickup if you are landed in the designated area and stable enough for passengers to embark. Start up and proceed to Alpha Station.
And back to the auto start again. While we're auto starting, let's get my Streaker 6 livery on there. Let's make sure that... Looks like it might be empty. No, it's going to have that. I like getting rid of the pylons too when I'm doing this mission.
Request rearming.
Just because it looks nicer on the exterior. Get those pylons off of there and then getting her all slick flying. And so with that being said, I guess I'm going to want to turn on all my exterior lights too. Thing is, it's dark out. If I remember right, it's all of these. Once the generators get going, all my lights will start firing up. I'm gonna want my lights turned up. Probably not that far because I'll probably be using my night vision goggles. Let's turn on the red lights anyway. Oh, I was turning on the heating. Yeah, wrong spot for my lights. Front ones. Blade tip formation. There, now we're lit up like a Christmas tree. And a collision. And come on, flash. That's what it. There we go. Okay, we are set to go, Ken. Back in my pilot seat here. I can fly from the co-pilot seat also. Heck, I can actually fly in this helicopter. I can fly from the center even. It's not real realistic, but it does give me a nice little view here when you're coming in for a landing or if you're trying to go in and it would be nice if you could sit here when you're going in for picking up cargo, but your crew chief here goes in the back and is looking down and directing you when you're grabbing cargo, so you can't switch to this seat. Kind of a bummer. All right, let's lift off and see if we can crash this mission in the dark, right, Ken? Center the old head tracking. Kind of a bummer. I mean, sure, Dubai's kind of pretty at night, but I think it would have been prettier during the day too, though. That's okay. Now we get some night missions in, right? Now we can really see if we're doing okay with our navigation. Oh, we're really not doing okay with our navigation because I forgot to do something. There. There we go. Now let's see if we're going in the right direction. We were not. I guess Dubai can be pretty nice at night too. Let's see what it looks like with the old F3 map going. Or F3 map, F3 view. No messing around this time, right, Ken? Stick the landings and pick these people up and get them there safe instead of killing them in the in the ocean there. A little closer down here in Dubai so that we can kind of see the city streets, what's going on. One car driving by. I think my landing lights are over here. Look at that, I remembered something. Yeah, the ocean hit me, right? Just came up out of nowhere, right, Ken? You saw it. Oh boy. In there is my exterior view, flying over Dubai at night. Make everybody sick wheeling around. I think I passed up our first landing location. Let's call it in and let them know we're coming. Let's see where our landing location is. It's right behind us.
Alpha Station, Easy Rider inbound for transport.
Rider, you are clear to land.
Down here somewhere, according to the ADF. Oh, it's behind me again. Where's my landing zone? We might have to use the F10 map to verify where we're at. This ADF keeps bouncing around on me. It says it. Uh-oh. We're gonna pull out of that VRS this time. All right, we're gonna cheat. We're gonna check this F10 map out here real quick. Where am I? Hopefully I don't crash while I'm checking out the F10 map here. Okay, all right, so it's just out over the water. For some odd reason, my ADF keeps turning me around before I get there. Oh, okay. Maybe it's because I'm overflying it. Is that it? The big blue lit up thing there? I can't see nothing. Well, this landing zone is out over the water. One would think it should be lit up also. You're gonna have it a nighttime mission. So far that's gonna be my comment on this, because it's not lit up. It's just that little green light there, which there's another one over there too. That wouldn't be good enough. But we'll find out when we actually find the landing zone here on if I'm correct or incorrect. Yeah, the ADF keeps turning me around right here, which should not be happening. Unless, oh, need to turn to the right a little bit. Okay, where's my obvious landing zone? That's what I need to know. Got an obvious landing zone there. Now we just flew past it again, I'm sure. Yep. Let's go back the opposite direction again, see if we can find an obvious landing zone. This thing, oh, look at that. It is pretty obvious. I would have to suggest that once you call it in, if it's possible, that the landing pad itself lights up and it's just not a bunch of lights out in the middle of nowhere. There's the landing pad right there. The landing pad right there on the very top should be lit up like brighter than anything in this area right now. The actual landing pad should be lit up and not just little dotted lights around it. So there's my review for that portion of this. Let's see if I can crash myself again. So that you're actually able to find it easier and see. Because with all the other lights around here, this isn't very obvious, in my opinion, of where you're supposed to be landing. So I guess that's just kind of my opinion, but I don't know, what do you guys think? Anybody that's watching it, if you're watching it later and you made it this far into the video, then let me know what you think. Look at that, Ken. We found it. We touched down nice. Look at that. Maybe I do need it darker outside. Okay, we finally found it. We're finally here. Finally picking up.
Alpha Station, Easy Rider. Passengers are aboard. Awaiting departure clearance.
Be Easy Rider. You are clear to depart.
Alright, so let's go to our
Roger, Alpha
engineer.
Station, Easy Rider out.
Switch that up to 821. Well, here you go. This one ain't real easy. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna use the Up10 map just to see which direction we should be going. Alright, so we should be heading kind of southwesterly here. All right, perfect. Yeah, I really didn't expect to have a night mission when I did this, but this is actually kind of a pleasant surprise, even though it kind of sucks. You know, maybe I should do this number right here when and then turn my gain down when I'm looking for my... There we go. Why didn't I just think of that in the first place when I'm looking for the landing zone? Let's switch to night vision. If you're watching this right now or watch it in the future, you're scaring me with this. But yeah, that is my number one thing, if it's possible to do. I don't know. I know a lot of the landing zones, the landing pads light up once you call yourself in for coming in for a landing, so I would highly suggest having that happen on these night missions if at all possible. If it's something you can do in the scripting or not. But otherwise, yeah, this is, not gonna lie, this is actually kind of badass. I was thinking it was gonna be kind of not so great doing this at night, but I see why you did it. It's pretty cool looking at night over here in Dubai. We're going to use the cheat mode the entire way here, Ken. I'm going to look at the F10 map every once in a while, just because this ADF is not spot on accurate for me. Usually a little more accurate. It was a little off on this one. I think it was. Anyway, I'll have to watch the video again and see how inaccurate it really was. Another thing that would be helpful is if I had my lights off in my room here, because then I wouldn't get the extra glare off of my TV screen. Oh, excuse me. I'm guessing we're going to be within 3 miles. Let's try this without the F10 map. Just cuz. Looks like we're not close enough yet. It's not giving me the option. We're going to check the F10 map just in case. Yeah, we're not close enough yet. Okay. Well, now we know you can't cheat that part of it, Ken. Once I land, I'm going to shut off my lights in my room here and get rid of this glare. See what we look like out here again. Do the old F3 as usual. Switch to F2 and hopefully I don't crash. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Dubai at night. What do you think? Think it's going to be that thing right there with all the lights right in the center of the screen that I'm staring at? It's going to be my guess. No, that's a tower crane. Let's call it in.
Bravo Station, Easy Rider, inbound for transport.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to land.
Let's see where we are on the F10 map. Oh, right above it. So it is right in this general vicinity. I just got to find the actual landing pad. Suppose that's... That's not it. Well, ADF says right over here. So let's see if the ADF draws me in. Same back there. That's the fun part about the ADFs. They're fairly inaccurate. Shut that off. You pick up some speed so we don't drop out of the air. If I can go to the F10 map. And zoom in a little bit on the F10 map, so a little bit to my right. It's over here. Once more, I would suggest lighting the actual landing pad up a little bit better if you're doing night missions, so that the pilot is actually able to see it. Now, if this was like a combat type deal, I would say differently, but for a transport mission like this, yeah, they'd definitely have it lit up like a Christmas tree. Pilot could probably see it from 10 miles out. I'm having a hard time finding it flying almost directly over them, so keep wanting to come back over to here. It's over here apparently. Ah. Must be this ship here, apparently. No? Yeah. Definite part of my review is these landing pads need to be lit up. Can't give us dark landing pads on ADFs that lead us a couple miles, a couple miles off, unless that's the landing pad there with the red. Run out of fuel just searching for the landing pads at night. Right, so it's supposedly right off my nose right now, and not far up. Oh, I'm not seeing any landing pads. Not gonna lie. Unless we're not supposed to be landing right here. I would assume we're supposed to be. Unless that's just a waypoint. Yeah, Bravo's supposed to be there. Supposed to be, is not B. If it is B, there's absolutely zero lighting, zero marking for where I'm supposed to be landing. I give a D- for this landing zone. I give a C for the first landing zone because at least it had some lighting. Actually, I give this one an F because it's literally zero visibility on where you're supposed to land. Alright, thanks Ken. Thanks for watching. I think I'm getting kind of tired of searching around for the same landing pad that does not exist. It just might, Ken. It just might creep up on me. Let's see, I've searched everywhere over here. Let's see if those lights way off in the frickin' distance are actually it. I have no idea. Because on the map it's way the hell over there. I don't know. I mean, the little turn point is there, but I mean, so when you're zoomed out, yeah, it should be there, but we'll see. Let's go way over here. Nope, that's just a cargo vessel. See if I follow the ADF back, if it actually brings me there this time. See if I find it from the, coming from a different direction. Landing zone is supposedly right in here. I'm not seeing it. If anybody else is watching this in the future or right now, if you're seeing it, tell me that you found it, but I don't think I'm gonna find it. I'm searching all over for it. And with that, I think I might just actually give up and talk to Coder on this and see if he can tell me where in the heck that landing zone is at. And then I can tell him to make sure that he lights them up like Christmas trees so people can actually find them in the dark. We all see how long I've been searching around here for it. I think I've looked at just about everything. In this general vicinity that could be a landing zone. I'm not seeing any landing pads over here. Yeah, definitely not clearly marked on this map, especially for a nighttime mission. So, what I am gonna do, shut that off. I follow my ADF in. When my ADF turns, I'm gonna land wherever my ADF says it's supposed to be, which is right here. I guess this is a combat drop, not a, or pickup, not a landing pad. So we will come here, give her some power so I don't drop to the ground. And we'll slowly ease her. We're taking it from here.
Bravo Station, Easy Rider, inbound for transport.
Copy, Easy Rider. You're clear to land.
Bravo Station, Easy Rider, passengers are aboard, awaiting departure clearance.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to depart.
And we will continue on
Roger,
anyway.
Bravo Station, Easy Rider out.
Yeah, things that need to be fixed. I say I give an F for this landing zone because it's impossible to find. I mean, unless, and this is really the only thing that I see that could possibly be a landing pad, and it's just lights around a building. Sure, I'm pretty sure I switched that. 831. Yep, 31. Looks like it's this direction. We'll check our F10 map to verify. Yep. Let's see. Are we gonna find it this time? Anybody's watching?
Charlie Station, Easy Rider, inbound for transport.
Place your bets.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to land.
Be nice if this was the landing zone right up here on top of this building. Let's see if it is. Holy cow, we found it. This is the perfect. This is an A+ on this one. Well, the question is, can I land on this one without crashing myself? There's the big question. And touchdown. Holy cow, I did it without crashing myself. Huh. Imagine that, everybody. So, they say I give an A+ on this one because you can actually find it insanely easy.
Charlie Station, Easy Rider, passengers are aboard, awaiting departure clearance.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are cleared to depart.
Roger, Charlie Station, Easy Rider out.
Can't get no more obvious than this one. So, alright, let's head off to the next one. Sure we're going the right way. We are. Wait for that ADF to start tuning in. All right. Check the map again here. We're a few miles out. Should be able to find the landing zone on this one, I hope, again.
Delta Station, Easy Rider inbound for transport.
Alright, looks like it's broken on all of the missions where that voiceover is not giving the clear to land. Going to be my guess, seeing as Marianas and this one are exactly the same. To bring that one up to coder. Bug fix. And there's my landing pad. I just know that's it just because of the first one. Otherwise, that top pad should be lit up like a Christmas tree, in my opinion. Where the landing pad actually is, so that a person knows that that's where they're supposed to be landing. Just a bunch of random lights at a gas refinery, basically, is what that looks like to me. There aren't any guessing games as to where you're supposed to land. And let's pick up our passengers.
Delta Station, Easy Rider. Passengers are aboard, awaiting departure clearance.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to depart.
Roger, Delta Station, Easy Rider out.
Switch over to the next destination, ADF 851. 2 locations to go. Let's see if we can make both of the last locations without me crashing and burning. Let me pour some coffee here real quick before we take off. Change out my chew. And then we'll all be set. Okay. We are set, and we are off to our second to last location. And give that one a B+, just because I had to learn that was the where the landing location was at night, from the first landing location that I had to search for. Yeah, especially when you got this many lights going on in the dark. It's got to be very well marked. It can't just be a bunch of little dotted lights, because that's all you're seeing anyway in the game in the first place. So that's really not that helpful. And I noticed that they render in at the last minute, actually, and I've got my render distance like maxed out as far as it can possibly go in my in the game. So when the lights started rendering, literally, what was I think I was right about here to those lights when they finally rendered in on the last landing pad. That's not being super helpful. So you know why, it is pretty nice looking though when you're flying at night through here, but I think I'd almost rather do it during the day. I wonder if he's got one during the day also. Let's pump up the speed, see if we can't knock this out a little bit quicker. I've been flying nice and slow this entire time. Let's see if we just can't max out the speed. get these missions done and over with, and then I can take a little break, and so can you viewers without, if there's anybody watching at this point anyway. If you are, congratulations. You're doing well. Be nice to see you in the chat. Anybody in the future that watches this, if you see it this far, leave a comment in the comments below, and say, hey, I made it this far. Let's see. How far out we are here. Oh, we got quite a ways to go yet. We're about halfway there. Pour on the coals a little bit more here. There we go, 300 kilometers an hour. That should be fast enough, huh? There we go, probably just passed our location there. Let's take a peek at the cheater map. No, we did not. Got quite a ways to go. Oof. Only 2 more locations, everybody. Only 2 more locations in the darkness of Dubai. I do really do enjoy the daytime Marianas map, though, that's for sure. Sure, I would enjoy this one a lot more if it was easier to find the landing locations. Probably be better during the daytime too, but I get why he's doing it at night, so people get nighttime practice too, but I would have really liked to have done this one during the day. Maybe give day and nighttime options if he's got time to make those missions like that. I do believe he's actually got I think he's got instructions on how to change up these missions to make them more to our liking also. If we don't like the time or whatever, I think I can go in and change the time on these and stuff too without any issues. So just go into the mission editor and change them, I do believe. but it's kind of nice to fly them just the way that the developer made them, that coder made them. Wonder if that's it off my nose there, that thing lit up like a Christmas tree, hopefully.
Echo Station, Easy Rider, inbound for transport.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to land.
Yep, that's it. So we can give an A. We can give a A- on this one because of the landing pad. It's seen from a great distance, but the landing pad is still not lit up. So you don't know exactly where you're supposed to land in all these dotted lights until you get right over it. Just my opinion, of course. So we will fly up and we will land, hopefully, without crashing. That's where I crashed last time on the Marianas, so on this location here, we'll get in there and land. Ourselves in the right spot here and set down. Move a little more forward. And right.
Echo Station, Easy Rider, passengers are aboard, awaiting departure clearance.
Copy, Easy Rider. You are clear to depart.
Okay, so we are off to our last location. Let's set up our ADF, tune it to 861. We are now on 861. Get over there. Let's check the cheater map, make sure that we're going to head in the right direction here. And it looks like we're going to be out over the water, so we will be out on a ship. So that gives me an idea. And here we go. All in all, I will give this mission a B-. The one landing zone is what really killed it. That it was, to me, impossible to find. If I go back and watch the video, I'll probably see it like as soon as I'm flying up and go, geez, why didn't I land there? You know, but while playing it, doing the playthrough, it was definitely not there at any given point. I flew over everything, so I don't know how I could have missed it. So, you guys see it in the future, leave a comment in the comments below and say, well, I found it. Landing Zone Bravo is the one I'm talking about. Because if you made it this far in the video, then you'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. Looks like I need to go this direction more according to the ADF. And let's pour on the coals. Oops. Poured on the coals a little too much.
Generator 1 failure. Generator 1 failure.
So if anybody's just joining me,
Main fuel tank pump failure.
uh-oh,
Main fuel tank pump failure.
out of fuel in the main tanks. Hopefully we make it. Hopefully we make it. All that flying around looking for that Bravo really ran a lot of fuel out of me, so hopefully I got enough fuel to make this last one. If anybody's watching, throw your bets in now in the chat on if I'm going to make it or not. I'm quite a ways away from that. I don't know how much fuel I got. Looks like it's... we got plenty of fuel, I think. Let's go to the co-pilot seat, take a look at the fuel. I think I'm looking at the fuel tank there. Yeah, we've got enough to make her. We're on reserve. Check the cheater map. Where are we at? We're right there. Oh yeah, we got plenty of fuel to get there. I think that light right there might be our destination. Out in the middle of nowhere. Check the cheater map. Huh. Guess I'm not thinking... I don't think that's going to be it, actually. That's a little too close to be it, I think. Could be wrong. Yeah, it's way too close. Last destination is going to be up here for... yeah. Yeah, we're a long ways off yet. Yep. On our reserve tanks, we will make her. Beautiful city of Dubai again while we're flying over. Watch the cars go by. We are almost there. think that might be it right there. This ship here could be it. And check my cheater map. That is it. Let's go in and land. Get this over with so I can stop this stream. Haha.
Are you talking to people?
I am.
Oh, I don't know if you're recording.
Yeah, I am. I'm recording. We're doing her live right now. Coming up on the end of the live stream here. Get this landing nailed, hopefully. I don't crash myself. I crashed myself earlier. It was fun. Oh! And look at that. I don't know what I did there, but I must have chopped off my tail. Oops! And the ending is a perfect Streaker 6 ending. Haha. In the drink. Well, that is it for the live stream. Thanks for everybody that watched. And anybody that watches in the future, these are my findings and my review of the Amoeba Games helicopter transport missions from check out their website, get the missions. They're fun. They're very helpful on ADF and landing techniques, and they also have tools that you can check out on their website that go very well for flight sims such as DCS and Microsoft Flight Simulator, so be sure to check those out also.